But my wife's been delivering, so I guess it's better.
I'd like to call this meeting of the Elkhorn Common Council to order. It's September 16th, 2024 at 5:30. Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Roll call, please.
Tim Sharota.
Here.
Peter Harvey.
Here.
Gary Payson Jr.
Here.
Ron Dunwoody.
Here.
Scott McClory.
Here.
Ken Minell.
Here.
Kurt Harkness.
Here.
Public comment. Do we have anyone here for public comment? Second chance. Anyone for public comment? Public comment is closed. We've got the consent agenda with the meeting minutes for the Common Council meeting September 3rd, 2024, and the Finance and Judicial Committee meeting on September 9th, 2024.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes for Common Council and Financial and Judicial.
Second.
We've got a motion, and a second. Any discussion or changes to the minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes passed. We've got bills payable in the amount of $3,876,007.10.
I'll make the motion to pay the bills on the amount stated by the mayor.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion, questions about the bills? Roll call, please.
Ron Dunwoody.
Yes.
Peter Harvey.
Yes.
Kurt Harkness.
Yes.
Gary Payson Jr.
Yes.
Ken Minell.
Yes.
Scott McClory.
Yes.
Your report of city officers. For the mayor's report, I just have one thing. A gentleman by the name of Tim Brillethan passed away a couple weeks ago, and he was a longtime member of the community, a businessman downtown. I just wanted to send out my well wishes. He spent over 20 years on the school board, 50 years in the Rotary Club, many, many years on the county board, and was a huge benefactor of numerous causes around the city. And I think we'll miss him, and I can't say enough good things about him. City Administrator.
I just have one update, and that is, I guess last Thursday, my understanding is that our city clerk, Lacey Reynolds, submitted her formal notice of resignation. She has accepted another position, so I just want to recognize Lacey and thank her for her years of service. She's been in the city since December of 2016, so almost 8 years with the city and 4 years as city clerk. Again, I've enjoyed working with you, Lacey, and we'll miss you. I guess wish you luck, and we'll be obviously working out a transition plan here. Lacey's last day is the 29th, is that correct, Lacey?
27th.
27th, okay. So, just wanted to thank you, Lacey, and good luck.
Thank you.
We've got the city clerk. What's next?
Well, Adam stole my thunder, but I'll get through the boring things first. The fall newsletter is available. Yay! You can pick up a copy in the lobby. The rec department and library will also have copies. You can also view it on the city website. Elections. Whew. Absentee ballots will be mailed by this Thursday for all registered voters with a valid absentee application on file. We currently have 634 applicants who will be mailed a ballot as of today. If you would like to vote absentee by mail, you need to complete an application and submit it with a legible photo ID to your municipal clerk. So if you do not live in the city of Elkhorn, do not send it to the city of Elkhorn, please. If you are a City of Elkhorn voter and want to vote in-person absentee, you'll be able to vote here at the City Administration offices October 22nd to the 25th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., October 26th, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., and October 28th through November 1st, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Don't forget your photo ID. Mail regarding elections and election forms. Unless you have requested the city clerk to mail you something regarding elections, the city clerk for the city of Elkhorn will not mail you anything. There are many third-party organizations that send out very large mailings in large election years, and this year is unlike any other. Anyone with an Elkhorn, Wisconsin 53121 mailing zip code might receive a mailing and a return envelope that is directed to this office. If you live in Sugar Creek, Lafayette, or another township, your information should not go to the city of Elkhorn. It should go to the proper municipal clerk. If you have questions about mailings, contact the organization that sent it to you first, or reach out to your municipal clerk, or check your status on the MyVote website. I wanted to announce this was going to be my last Common Council meeting with the city of Elkhorn. I became deputy clerk in February of 2019, and I've had the pleasure of serving with 3 mayors and 10 council members. Hopefully I didn't count that wrong. I want to thank all of you for your support, especially since April of 2020. I want to thank you all for entrusting me with this position the last 4.5 years. I also want to thank the chief inspector and the election inspectors because they are phenomenal and we could not run elections without them. Sorry and thank you.
Thank you, Lacey. The reports of city boards and community partners, fire advisory.
Next meeting is next month on the 24th of October.
Okay, thank you. Library.
So September is National Library Card Sign-Up Month, and to celebrate, we've set up a reading tree on the wall next to the circulation desk, adding a new leaf for every new library card that's signed up. I'm happy to report that our tree is blooming. We have over 40 leaves on there so far, and we're only halfway through the month. We're also doing something kind of special this year, Kid Librarian. So anyone from ages 5 to 12 who is getting a new card or renewing is going to be put into the running to be randomly selected as Kid Librarian. They're going to join the staff on October 24th, which is a no-school day, and they'll spend a few hours seeing the fast-paced life of a city librarian. So we're looking forward to that. Our Friends group is also busy prepping for our 11th annual Trick or Trivia fundraiser, which will be on Saturday, October 26th. We only have 4 tables left, so we encourage everyone to get a team together and join us for what is always a very fun night. Thank you.
Thanks, Chad. Rec advisory.
Yes, we meet this Wednesday, September 18th, here at 5:30.
Thank you. Chamber of Commerce.
Defer to. Yes. Please.
Good evening. First of all, I want to apologize for not being here. As you acknowledged last meeting, the Tuesday after the fair, I was wiped. To give you no example. But acknowledging that September is Chamber of Commerce Month, so there are the 72 counties and 283 different entities throughout the state. And I will be joining them at the end of the month as I serve as a board member for the WCCE Chamber of Commerce. We have an outing, which is in Sheboygan. But to recap, August was a really busy month and a lot of things going on here in Elkhorn. The flea market was, usually that's kind of a quiet flea market. It was not a quiet flea market. It was very busy. Then we had our Neon Nights, our first event at the fairgrounds with some headline artists. We had about 5,000 people throughout each day for the event. It was a great event, and I'd love to go back and try to do an economic impact on that. I know Larry and I have talked about it in the next couple of years of following that because the price points of things, and they were out in the communities, Ubering to different entities, going to Doosterbecks. You know, we had a lot of camping. Camping was very full, so it was a great event for our community. And then we had the 175th annual Walworth County Fair, which again, that brings an immense amount of economic impact into Walworth County and into the city of Elkhorn. Our Friday through Monday was outstanding. And I think the chief can attest, I know we had a few concerns about some of our concerts, you know, how they were going to react with Nellie and Brantley Gilbert. But as far as I know, knocking on wood, everything was very good. And Joel, your officers and the group that was there was phenomenal, because we had a few unexpected things with the bars, and they were not bad things, but like we had to pour things into plastic, different things to keep our entertainers safe, and it created lines, and our police force was wonderful, just walking around, milling around, making everybody comfortable. So that was really nice to see, and thank you very much for that. I know Larry doesn't actually continue to keep attendance, because it's just a different technology with everybody coming and going. But all the vendors that we talked to and everything that we had, it was an outstanding event. And I hope you all attended, and I saw many of you there. So thank you again. Going forward, this Thursday, we have a very big event here for Elkhorn, or at least for the Elkhorn Chamber. It is our 50th anniversary of being a Chamber of Commerce. We were kind of going through a lot of documents. There was a lot of things before official Elkhorn Chamber of Commerce. There was the EDC, there was a downtown development group, an economic group, different things. There was entities that go back to like the 60s. But officially, we are 50 years old on this Thursday. It just so happens it's this Thursday in this Chamber of Commerce month, so we have an event at our office. Again, I will leave some with Lacey here. We feel free to attend. It's open to the public, and we'd love to have you from 5 to 8. And we also are doing a small groundbreaking with the WEDC and with Wallams for the front half of the park. If you've driven by, it has been a construction zone like no other. We are very happy with the progress, except we're cutting our fiber today. So that put a hiccup in our afternoon, but that is all fixed. But we'd love to have you. And then at the end of the month, we have our last flea market. And then we start into all kinds of things in October. We have the Holiday Craft Bash, that is the first weekend. And then our 19th annual Oktoberfest, which will be on October 19th. So we hope you can join us. And if you ever have any questions or concerns, please feel free to stop down and see Kate or I, and I'd love to answer anything. Hope you can join us. Anybody have any questions?
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks. I know I have some signed up.
Our community grant writer.
Good evening, everyone. I have one success story to report, another $90,000 to our school district for the Transition Readiness Grant. This is the second year in a row that Elkhorn Area School District was awarded this. It provides job skills to special needs students who are getting ready to graduate high school. This fall, I'm working on the Community Wish List guidebook. Please let me know if you have anything that is near and dear to your heart that you would like to see focused on in the book. And as always, email me if you have any questions.
Thank you, Katie. Committee reports, financial and judicial.
Yes, we met on September 9th. We discussed the capital improvement plan for 2025 to 2029, and then we also discussed a proposal about the city building new homes.
Okay, thank you, Gary. Unfinished business, we have a discussion and possible decision regarding proposed agreement between the City of Elkhorn and Walworth County for law enforcement services. Who's got that?
So this was on the agenda last time. The council did approve it. After that meeting, the county decided that they wanted to, when the council approved it, it was supposed to go through the end of November. When the contract was then reviewed by the county, they changed it to December. So it'd be adding an extra 30-day, extra month. They also made one or two other changes to that contract. So as a result, we have brought it back to have you guys approve this revised agreement. The chief can provide more info.
Yeah, it was just, so after CIVMIC's council's review, that was then presented to the corporation council at the county. They then modified those that language just slightly. Our CIVMIC, I should say, legal counsel took another look at it. They have no issues with what is presented in number 7 of this agreement is where it would be. Otherwise, the only other change would have been to just the dates of the agreement as Adam has spoke to already.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions, any discussion?
I just have one question. I know on item 1, it says that we will agree to pay $701 daily and $21,731 monthly, up to. Do we have your best guesstimate on how many funds you have before you're going to be up to, hey, we can't afford to do this anymore?
Yes, the city administrator of finance already looked at that, and we do have sufficient with those that have left or are leaving,
Right.
to cover that for the remainder of this year.
Okay, so we may be coming back, depending on your recruitment of new officers, retirements, promotions, whatever, you may be coming back to the council towards the end of 2024, early 2025 for an extension of some kind.
Correct.
Okay.
As well as, I think I had mentioned the county also is in a CBA year with their association as well.
Right, you mentioned that, yep.
That would also change the agreement too.
Okay, all right, thank you. That's my only question, Mayor.
Okay, any other questions? Roll call, please.
Gary Payson Jr.,
Yes.
Ron Dunwoody,
Yes.
Peter Harvey,
Yes.
Scott McClory,
Yes.
Kurt Harkness,
Yes.
Ken Minell.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. We've got discussion and possible decision regarding preparing an RFP for professional auditing services.
So after the last council meeting, you directed us to get a quote from our existing auditor, CLA. They came back with a proposal that was in the, 3 to 4% per year increase, which was, I know, something you guys had wanted, so it wasn't something that was, sort of excessively high. So this is their proposed quote. They don't typically issue their contracts or agreements until the springtime of the following year, which I know seems a little odd, but so they don't actually have the contract yet for you guys to review, but this was just to, you can either accept the quote or approve the quote, and we can work on getting those contracts drafted when they have them, or you can, we can sort of move ahead with the understanding that we'll probably be using them once those contracts get drafted. It's kind of up to you, but we wanted to report back to you since we talked about this at the last meeting.
So basically, there's no surprises.
No, there weren't. I mean, they initially, the initial proposal from them had a pretty significant increase in year 1 and then lower increases in year 2s and 3. We replied and basically said, that's not going to work. They then decided to drop the technology and client support fee, which is 5%. So therefore, it ended up, and then they evened out the proposed increases. So we were able to do some negotiation to get it back into what would be acceptable.
I'd be comfortable with that. Do we have to do a motion?
Or do we just need
If you want to do a motion to accept the proposed quote, and again, we'll still have to actually come back with the agreement.
Do a motion to approve the quote? I'll do a motion to approve the quote.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call. Yeah.
No, you should go back with the name.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We got discussion and possible decision regarding execution of an MOU with Walworth County for salt, brine, and sand purchases for winter maintenance operations.
Yeah, this is something that we do annually. The only material that we get from the county currently is just the brine. We get salt directly from the state because we have our own salt dome, the city does. So just putting that before the council for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Gary Payson Jr.,
Yes.
Ron Dunwoody,
Yes.
Ken Minell,
Yes.
Scott McClory,
Yes.
Peter Harvey,
Yes.
Kurt Harkness.
Yes.
Motion passes. We had discussion and possible decision regarding execution of a contract with Bray Architects for City of Elkhorn and the Elkhorn Area Fire Department Station Needs Analysis study in the amount of $36,500.
So this was brought to council some time ago after we had submitted an RFP. We received several proposals back, and the council had directed us to move forward with Bray. Bray drafted the contract, which is in front of you now. It's actually the second iteration. As soon as we got it, I shared it with Elaine, and she had a couple of comments, actually multiple comments, that we shared with Bray, and then they provided a response. I think we're pretty close on this, so that's why I felt it comfortable to bring it to council now for approval. But I would like it, my recommendation is to still have it contingent upon Elaine's final recommendation. If you have any questions about the couple of open items, I think they're pretty minor. So.
Yep. There's just some indemnification language that we requested. It's a low-risk situation at this point because they're just conducting a study, but it's certainly good as a matter of course. Is this not on?
I don't know which button it is.
The other one. The other one. The other one's lit up. Right there.
This one?
Yes. There you go. You're live. Nope.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. So just a recommendation on the revised indemnification provision. So this is a low-risk contract because they're just conducting the study, but it is good to have those kinds of provisions in all of your contracts. So we're going to work towards more of those boilerplate provisions to protect the city. So we'd recommend approval subject to final review by legal counsel.
I'll make the recommendation to approve it as not to exceed the amount of $36,500 and with the council's approval of any changes. City council or corporate
Yes. Attorneys. Okay, we've got a motion.
Second.
And a second. Any questions?
Yeah, the money, where it's allocated somewhere?
Yeah, I was just gonna add, comment on that. It was approved in the budget for this year up to $40,000 for the study, so it's under that 40,000 budget number.
Any further questions? Roll call, please.
Ron Dunwoody.
Yes.
Peter Harvey.
Yes.
Scott McClurry.
Yes.
Ken Minell.
Yes.
Kurt Harkness.
Yes.
Gary Payson Jr.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. We've got a discussion and possible decision regarding a CSM for parcels owned by Palmer Hamilton LLC located at 321 South Jackson Street.
This was brought through Plan Commission. This is to allow them to build an additional parking. They've got a small parking lot now, but there's a lot of overflow onto South Jackson. So I think this will be a good project for the city and for them.
I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second.
A motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. And now we've got discussion and possible decision regarding payment application number 4 from Wilcomb Excavating and Grading Incorporated for the 2024 East Centralia Street Reconstruction Project in the amount of $139,117.87.
This is just a progress payment for Wilcom, nothing out of the ordinary.
Make a motion to approve. I'll second.
Motion and second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Gary Payson Jr.
Yes.
Scott McClurry.
Yes.
Kurt Harkness.
Yes.
Peter Harvey.
Yes.
Ron Dunwoody.
Yes.
Ken Minell.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
There you go.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.